Lights are out as they come into turn 3 and 4. Brandy Petty in the OB1 starting pole.
Going to be a 5-lap race, 5 cars, 5 laps. Here's the green flag, and we are underway.
Brandy Petty in the OB1 machine going to lead him into turn 1 and 2 with Jason Miller in the 8U. Going to go side by side. They're almost going 3 wide. Good battle between Jason Miller and the 8U of Larry Underwood.
I think that's just the 8 car, buddy. That is Robert Kelm. That's just the 8 car.
Robert Kelm.
Yep, that's the 8 machine of Robert Kelm working the bottom of the racetrack right now. Looks to get under Brandy Petty in the OB1. Can't quite make it happen down the front stretch into turn number 1. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, Kelm way out front now. Makes the move out of turn number 2. Brandy Petty in second spot. Third spot right now is the 6 car of Jason Miller. Then it's the 53 of Justin Corbin and the 59 of Rick Sopp.
Still your leader, the 8 of Robert Kelm. Second position, the OB1 of Brandy Petty. Trying to get around her is going to be the 6 of Jason Miller. He's going to go to the outside, not going to be able to have it. Still side by side for your 4th position, Rick Sayep and the 53 of Justin Corbin.
It's Sopp.
Coming to 3 laps down, 5 to go.
2 to go.
2 to go. Whatever.
Okay, we were going to go because there's only 5 cars.
Still in your leader,
Ooh,
the
I don't
8
know.
of Robert Kelm. Oh, no, getting into the wall a little bit. Gonna scratch the paint on that wall. Come on, man, just painted that. Still gonna keep it into first position with a pretty good gap. The white flag's gonna come out. 1 more to go. Battling it out for second, the OB1 of Brandy Petty and the 6 of Jason Miller.
I'm doing a check.
As they come down the backstretch, the 8 machine of Robert Kelm. Gonna lead him into turn 3 and 4.
Coming to the checker flag is number 8, Robert Kim. Second place is the OB1, Brandy Petty. Third is the 6 of Jason Miller. Lights are out. Going probably about 15 laps.
No, we're going 10 laps.
Oh, excuse me, 10 laps.
The boy keeps stealing my lines. We're going to have a chit chat.
Green flag, underway. Brandy Petty leads them to the stripes. The OB1 still in your early lead. Oh.
Look at him go. Pack racing there down the backstretch. Into turn number 3. Brandy Petty is your leader. Rick Sopp up top.
Who's going to lead it at the stripe?
Oh, that's Rick Sopp there, buddy, getting around the 59 machine. That was the 8 car in second spot. That is Robert Kelm. Brandy Petty had to settle for third on that one. Sopp down the backstretch. Kelm in second spot. Here's the 53 machine of Justin Corbin coming up on the bottom of the racetrack.
The OB1. Oh. Falling back to the back.
Brandy Petty backpedaling there. Had the early lead in this one. Now that belongs to Rick Sopp in the 59.
Here comes the 8 back on the back stretch.
That's Robert Kelm trying to get around Rick Sopp for the lead. Sopp keeping that car glued to the bottom. And just as I say that, it drifts up on the exit. Kelm, though, very, very low on the racetrack.
3 laps down, 7 to go for your Eco Stocks.
Kelm's got the bottom of the racetrack tied down. Got a good run coming out of 2. Side by side down the backstretch with Rick Sopp into turn number 3. Sopp hangs on to it. Coming out of 4, though, that car once again going way wide up at the top of the racetrack. Drives it back down to the bottom right in front of Kelm, Robert Kelm, in the 8 machine.
Oh, takes him a little block on the 59.
Rick Sopp once again trying to keep that 59 machine glued to the very bottom. Robert Kelm doing a little bit better job. Sopp just got the power coming out of the exit.
The 8 is the name Smokey. He's smoking.
Yeah, the 8 car, Robert Kelm puffing a little bit of smoke, but he's got the lead down the backstretch. Into turn number 3. Going to be 6 down, 4 to go this time at the stripe.
Oh, who's going to lead it at the stripe? The 8 will lead
That
it
is
at the stripe.
that is Robert Kelm taking over the lead at the stripe there. Rick Sopp back to second spot. The 53 machine of Justin Corbin is third. Fourth belongs to the 44 of James Martin. Fifth is the 6 car of Jason Miller and Brandy Petty bringing up the rear of the OB1. We've still got a great battle up front for the lead. 3 to go this time at the stripe.
The 8.
Has
The
been for a
eight-
few laps, but it's still running.
The 8 been smoking probably for about 5 laps.
That is Jason Miller parking it in the infield.
His window net looks like it's down. He just put it down. His gloves are off.
Here's 2 to go.
Braces off. And his helmet's about to get off.
He's done.
He is done for tonight. With 2 laps to go for your Eco Stock main event. Oh, the 8 about 3/4 of a second ahead, about 59. Coming to the white flag. One more lap to go for the 8 of Eco Stocks.
That's Robert Kelm out front. White flags in the air. Already through turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch for the final time. Little bit of a gap between the two. Rick Sopp falling back just a little bit. One more shot at it right here in turn number 3. Drives it in deep. Not sure that he's going to have enough. Checkered flag in the air along with the stars and stripes. Robert Kelm going to take the win. Rick Sopp going to be second. Justin Corbin, will be third.
Green flag's out, and we're underway. The 04 of Alexa Shed gonna lead him into turn 1 and 2 with Wesley Warren and the 75 machine on the outside. Gonna try to make that not happen. She's gonna push up to the high side. Sean Burnett in the 57's gonna get the lead from him. The 75 of Wesley Warren in second position, trying to make that first position. As he goes to the inside of Sean Burnett, not going to happen as they come into turn 1 and 2. Sean Burnett still your leader. Wesley Warren second. Alexa Shed in third position. Oh, getting a little
That's
sideways.
to say, not anymore. Alexa Shed super sideways, and taking over that third spot is the 7 car of Michael Krister. It's still Burnett out front.
Getting a good gap between him and Wesley Warren.
Yeah, Sean Burnett really opening up that lead between himself and Wesley Warren. Then it's a good jump back to third spot. The 7 machine of Michael Chrysler. Excuse me, Chrysler.
Looks like we're going to get 3 laps to go.
3 laps down. 5 to
3
go.
laps down, 5 to go.
There you go.
Pardon
Out
me.
front, still Sean Burnett. Second spot is still the 75 of Wesley Warren. Looks like Matthew Bice has made his way up to third in Andy Roller's old hobby stock.
I watched him in practice out here about 2 weeks ago. He did fairly good, and the halfway mark is going to come out. 4 down, 4 to go. For your leader, Sean Burnett in the 57 machine, still in second place. The 75 of Wesley Warren, third. The 38 of Matt Bice holding on to fourth position. The 04 of Alexa Shed.
Right behind. Oh, we've got the 09 of David Shed all the way around in turn number 2, almost collecting the 84 of Douglas Wiggins.
Still putting a really, really, really big gap between second place, Sean Burnett and the 57.
Yeah, Sean Burnett just pulling away from Wesley Warren right now down the backstretch, about a full straightaway advantage over the 75 of Warren. And then another big gap back to third spot, Matt Bice. And then another big gap. Oh, we got another one around in turn number 2. That's the 7 car of Michael Chrysler. Michael gets it back around, and now Sean Burnett putting some laps on some guys. Burnett putting a lap on Michael Chrysler.
Now the white flag's out for your leader in the 57 machine of Sean Burnett. He laps the 09 of David Shed. He's going to go to the inside of turn 3, 1 and 2.
Yeah, 7 and 09 are lap cars.
Now the checkered flag's going to come out for your leader, Sean Burnett. Second position is going to be the 75 of Wesley Warren. Third position is going to be the 38 of Matthew Bice.
Lights are out. Out of turn 3 and 4. Green flag. green flag racing for your hobby stocks.
Sean Burnett, Casey Brunson going to lead him down to turn number 1. Sean Burnett to the inside. Casey Brunson going top shelf. Looks like Wesley Warren and Matt Bice going to make it 3 wide on a turn number 2.
Oh, somebody.
That is Alexa Shedd of the 04 machine making a couple of donuts down there at the bottom of the backstretch. Sean Burnett going to lead lap number 1. Wesley Warren and Matthew Bice got a great battle going on behind him right now for second. Warren looking to the inside of Sean Burnett for the lead. Wesley Warren gets it really sideways in turn number 4.
Sean Burnett is still in your early lead.
Has he cleared the mods yet? No tech yet?
Matthew
Bice.
Vice now in your second spot, right behind Sean Burnett, who's gonna lead it at the stripe. Great battle by second and third spot. Matthew Vice still probably in your second spot. No way. He's in third spot. Wesley Warren still running that bottom line, still in your second spot, side by side for second place.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause I don't know who they are.
Wesley Warren and Matthew Vice still having a great battle for second and third. Sean Burnett, Sean Burnett and Wesley Warren still having a great battle. The top 3 having a really good battle. And then way back here is fourth place, number 10 of Casey Brunson. Oh, side by side for the lead. Sean Burnett and Wesley Warren.
Oh, Alexa Shedd, another donut down the front stretch. Keeps it going.
Who's going to lead it out the stripe?
I'm giving it to Burnett there, little buddy. Sean Burnett out front. Wesley Warren, what in the world is happening?
Wesley Warren keeps on going past his lap car. Well, Matthew Vice probably a little bit tapped the wall, probably. Who's going to lead it at the stripe? Sean Burnett will lead it at the stripe.
Yeah, everybody but her part.
Wesley Warren at the bottom. Wesley Warren will take your early lead down the back stretch. Sean Burnett, who's going to lead it at the stripe? Sean Burnett will lead it at the stripe by about a fender.
Yeah, by about a fender's exactly right there, buddy. And there it goes. Wesley Warren makes the move. Burnett bobbled just enough to get the door open. Wesley Warren shoots the gap. Now he's out front. Maybe a little bit of a love tap through turns 3 and 4. Sean Burnett got a fast race car, and Matt Bice hasn't let these guys get away from him. He's underneath Burnett for second.
Wesley Warren just led for his first lap of this feature.
10 down, 5 to go.
Wesley Warren coming to the finish line. Now 4 laps down, 4 to go. Wesley Warren still in your early lead. Second place, Sean Burnett, and third place is Matthew Bice.
With a B.
Gets a little bit of tap right there.
Little bit of a love tap there from Sean Burnett. Wesley Warren, though, pedal to the metal down the front stretch right now into turn number 1, working the very bottom of the racetrack.
Sean Burnett trying to get around on the bottom. Well, I bet Sean Burnett's going to probably win a couple of laps, about 1 to go. He's still going to take it probably to the high sideline.
Boy, they are nose to tail coming through turn number 3 and 4. Bumping. Lots of bumper tap going
Here
on
we
through
go
there.
for your early lead. Wesley Warren.
Oh, Burnett very sideways. Here comes Matt Bice for second. That's all it takes is one little bobble from Burnett, and those guys are just so close together.
White flags out. One more left to go for your hobby stock. Main event. Matthew Vice and Sean Burnett still has about one corner to go and have a chance. Who's going to lead it at the stripe?
Checkered flag is going to be in the air. Who's it going to be? Wesley Warren very sideways, but he'll hang on to it. Matt Bice is going to be second. Sean Burnett will be third. Ladies and gentlemen, the first points night at Cotton Bowl Speedway for 2016 is now officially underway. A good start for Zach Spillman there, Andrew, on the inside of the racetrack. Coming into turn number 1, Joe O'Brien looks like he's going to lead the pack right now, but Spillman up into second spot. We got 2 around, down at the bottom of turn 1. That is the 17F of John Frederick and the 17D of Dean Preem.
Good battle between the second position between the two younger drivers, the 44Z of Zach Spillman and the 14J of Jay Simon the second.
That's right. Zach Spillman there ain't big as a minute in that 44Z machine, but driving like he's been doing it all his life. Looking good right now in that second spot. Here comes Peter Delavan, though, up the racetrack trying to take over that third spot from Jay Simon.
Looks like he's got that car hooked up. He's trying to get around him on the bottom side.
That's right. Peter Delavan taking the bottom of the racetrack. Jay Simon get a little bit of a push there in the middle of 3 and 4. So Delavan going to sneak around and take over that third spot. Now that brand new 63 machine, that is Andy Roller. Yes, that's the same awesome Andy Roller that we saw dominate the hobby stock class last year along with Jeremy Oliver. Roller moving up into the iStock class this year and looking really good. Had a good night at Heart of Texas Speedway last night as we get 5 laps to go from flagman Nathan Lavender.
Yeah, good 5th place battle between the 63 of Andy Roller and the 74 of Jeff Bowser.
Yeah, looks like Roller now looking underneath Jay Simon. Andy Roller trying to keep that car pretty, looks like. Doesn't want to get a whole lot of dents as we come to the halfway mark. 4 down and 4 to go for your leader, Joe O'Brien. Roller still on the tail end of that 14J machine, coming out of turn number 4 off the bottom of the racetrack. He'll take over 5th spot on the racetrack, and Bowser will sneak by for 6th. Excuse me, that's 4th and 5th on the racetrack. As we come this time to 3 to go. 5 laps complete. 3 more times around Cotton Bowl Speedway for Joe O'Brien. Zach Spillman still sitting in second. And Andrew, I don't know about you, but it looks to me like Spillman might be reeling him in just a little bit.
Yeah, it does. Looks like he's closing that gap a little bit. Now Joe O'Brien's trying to get around the lap car of the 17F of John Frederick.
Because just as I say that, it looks like O'Brien really with the power down the straightaway. Starting to pull away from Spillman a little bit down the straights, but Zach right there in the corners, not letting the veteran racer get away from him.
No, he isn't. He looked really good at Hot last night, and yeah, he's doing pretty good here.
But here comes Peter Delavan. Maybe Spillman a little easy on the throttle as the white flag is in the air for Joe O'Brien. Peter Delavan right up there on the rear bumper of the 44Z machine. 1 more lap to go. It's still O'Brien out front. Spillman in second. Delavan is third. But I don't know for how much longer that's going to be. Peter Delavan now with a great shot off the bottom of turn number 2. He'll take over the second spot as Spillman gets tight on the exit.
Looks like Spillman's going to hold third position as Joe O'Brien comes around to take the checkered flag. He's going to win your first IMCA stock car heat race with Peter Delavan in the 98 in second, the 44Z of Zach Spillman in third.
Ken Plonsky on the inside, AJ Dancer the outside. Take 3 on heat race number 2. Coming at you right now. Green flag's back out. Good start for Plonsky that time. He'll lead the field down into turn number 1 on the inside of the racetrack. There's some definite contact there between Nick Preem and AJ Dancer. Looks like Preem going to be slow out of turn number 2. He'll drop back to the tail of the field. AJ Dancer continues on there in third spot, but Ken Plonsky, the man in charge right now, he'll lead the field out of turn 4 and looks like he'll lead lap number 1 For iStock Heat Race number 2, AJ Dancer in second spot. Anthony Odkin is third. The high side hottie Robin Batt there in fourth. Trent Miller fifth. And Nick Preem rounded him out in sixth. AJ Dancer and Anthony Odkin both get by Ken Plonsky that time. Plonsky super loose coming out of 2.
Your new leader, the 52 of AJ Dancer in that new Purdy car. Hope he doesn't scratch it up tonight.
AJ Dancer now putting a little bit of a gap between himself and the rest of the field. Anthony Odkin there still in second in the 489 machine. Dancer a little bit loose through the middle of turns 1 and 2. Gathers it back up, points it down the backstretch. Down into turn number 3. Still out front right now as we come around to complete lap number 2.
Anthony Odkins on the back bumper of the 52 of AJ Dancer, trying to close that gap up a little bit, trying to get the win of the second heat race of your IMCA stock cars.
Excuse me, that's lap number 3 in the books there. Down the backstretch for the third time into turn number 3. Still Dancer out front. Anthony Odkin drives it deep into turn 3 that time, trying to close that gap. The car sticks really well. Odkin makes up a lot of ground right there as we're now at the halfway mark with 4 down and 4 to go.
Anthony Odkins trying to close that gap quicker and quicker, trying to get the lead from AJ Dancer. Looks like Ken Polinsky's going to get a little loose coming out of turn 1 and 2. Still your leader, the 52 of AJ Dancer, putting that left front in the air as he passes the flag stand to make it the 5th lap of your second heat race of your IMCA stock cars. Oh, looks like the 52 of AJ Dancer is going to go around in turn 1 and 2.
Now Nick Preem going to move there up to the outside. So we're going to get another restart here in heat race number 2. Tony Odkin going to lead them to it this time out of 4. The lights are out. We are set to go. This time by.
Green flags waves from your flag man, Nathan Lavender. Good lead for Anthony Odkins as they come into turn 1 and 2. Robin Batt still in the back bumper of him, trying to close that gap up.
Good run out of turn 2 for the high side hottie, but just a lot of motor in that 489 down the backstretch. Anthony Odkin puts a bit of a gap between himself and the second place car as we come to the white flag. 1 more lap to go.
Anthony Odkin still your leader, leading right into turn 1 and 2. Good turn for him. Robin Batt still trying to close that gap. Maybe she can make a pass for the last lap. Looks like Anthony Odkin's going to widen it out a little bit.
Double checker flags in the air. Going to wave for the 489 of Anthony Odkin. Second spot going to be the 3 car of Robin Batt. Third spot going to go to the 17 of Nick Preem. Cole, we're getting ready to go green flag out of turn number 4. What you think about it?
Here we come, green flag racing.
That's right. The green flag is out. A great start on the outside for the 98 of Peter Delavan. Looks like Nick Preem going to settle into second spot. Zach Spillman, though, working the very bottom of the racetrack, trying to gain some positions. Zach started inside of row number 2. He'll tuck up in the 4th spot behind Jeff Bowser. Jeff getting a good run on the top side of the 74 machine. Ken Plonsky making moves. 3 wide out of turn number 4. 4 wide down there in the back. That's Dean Preem, Charles Cosper, Anthony Odkin, and Jay Simon going 4 wide. Lots of contact up towards the top. Peter Delavan is still out front in the 98. How about that battle between Joe O'Brien and Jeff Bowser there, buddy?
Pretty good. Well, Jeff Bowser is now back to 3rd, and Joe O'Brien is not very much by Jeff Bowser.
That's right. Joe O'Brien in 2nd spot, just in front of Jeff Bowser, a little bit back in 4th spot. There's Nick Preem, your pole setter. Ken Plonsky up to 5th spot. AJ Dancer and Robin Batt with a good battle for 6th. A little bit further back in the pack. What do you think about that new car for Charles Cosper there, Cole? Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, moving up a lot of spots.
Started towards the back. Charles outside of row number 7, so started 14th. Right now battling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th spot on the racetrack is we're 3 wide through turn number 3. Zach Spillman with the foot on the loud pedal gets by AJ Dancer on the inside. Now he's on the outside of Charles Cosper going into turn number 1. Oh, Zachary loses it in turn number 1. Keeps it going. My goodness. Loses several spots. We're going to lose the 14J of Jay Simon. Still out front, though. It's Peter Delavan, right?
Yep.
2nd spot, still Joe O'Brien right now, and then a freight train of cars behind them. You've got Jeff Bowser in 3rd, Nick Preem in 4th, Ken Plonsky in 5th, and Charles Cosper up from 14th to 6th. Oh, Nick Preem almost all the way around, dives down to the bottom of the racetrack. AJ Dancer might need a fund for a dry clean on a race suit now, ladies and gentlemen. Out front, though, Cole, it's still the Peter Delavan show, right? Way out front. Looking good right now. We come to the cross flags. We are 7 down, 8 to go. Your top 2 really strung out. Look up in 3rd spot, Cole, all the way from 14th. That's Charles the Breeze Cosper. Oh, wow, one of our lead cars. That was the leader. That was Peter Delavan going around in turn number 2.
At turn 3 and 4, here we go. Green flag racer.
That's right. Joe O'Brien gets a good start off the front. Charles Cosper, though, right there into turn number 1. Like you said.
Down at the bottom. He blocks Joe O'Brien. Kyle Cosper down the backstretch. Side by side. Turn 3 and 4.
Into turn number 3. That's right, little buddy. Couldn't have said it better myself. Charles Cosper, like you said, Cole, digging hard, and he's your leader. 8 in the books, 7 to go. Joe O'Brien back to 2nd spot. Ken Plonsky gets a good restart. He's up to 3rd. Jeff Bowser and Anthony Otkin side by side for 4th. Give the spot to Bowser. Tony Otkin very sideways down the back stretch.
Coming to lap 9. Charles Cosper is in your 1st spot. 2nd is Joe O'Brien. 3rd is
That's Ken Plonsky in the 4 machine. Ken's got a good run going too, Cole. He started 10th place. He's up to 3rd. Jeff Bowser there in the 4th spot. Tony Otkin all the way up to 5th from the 9th position. Then it's Robin Batt and Dean Preem.
coming to 5 laps to go for Charles Cosper.
That's right. Charles Cosper got 10 laps in the books, 5 laps to go.
About a half a straightaway.
Yeah, half straightaway advantage for sure for Charles Cosper. He is way out front, laid the keys on the front desk and checked out, as they say, has Charles Cosper just stretching the legs out on the 33C machine. Making it look easy out front is Charles Cosper. Joe O'Brien's in 2nd. Ken Plonsky is 3rd. Anthony Otkin gets around Jeff Bowser for 4th. Bowser is now 5th. A good battle. Peter Delavan all the way from the back up to 7th on the racetrack right now. 3 wide in turn number 3. That got really tight there. That's Dean Preem, Robin Batt, and Peter Delavan. Here comes AJ Dancer into the mix. Cole, we got 3 laps to go. The battle is mid-pack right now. That group of 4 cars couldn't be any closer if they wanted to be.
Charles Cosper coming to
2 to go.
2 to go. Charles Cosper taking a lead, making a big old gap.
Here's the white flag, Cole, one more time around for the breeze. Charles Cosper. 2nd spot, still Joe O'Brien. Oh!
There in turn 3 and 4, somebody into the wall.
That is the 489 of Anthony Otkin. Oh, we've got Zach Spillman around in the bottom of 4. The white flag's been thrown.
Coming to the checker flag for
Nope. Caution going to come out on the racetrack. Zach Spillman not able to get the car refired. We're going to have a green, white, checkered finish. All right, lights are out. Charles Cosper in the 33C machine. Got Ken Plonsky there on the inside. A little bit of contact on that restart. Lot of bit of. Oh, Robin Batt! All kinds of sideways. That's a definite yellow there. Jeff Bowser to his outside. Here we go.
green flag, I guess.
Green-
Charles Cosper coming to the flag stand and
There's-
bit of contact on the front stretch.
Yeah, there's some more contact there between Dean Preem and Jeff Bowser.
Charles Cosper still in your early lead. 2nd place is Joe O'Brien.
That's Dean Preem there in the 3rd spot. We're going to be coming to the white flag this time by Anthony Otkin to the very bottom of the racetrack.
White flags out. One more lap to go for Charles Cosper.
Charles Cosper out front, like you said, Cole. Joe O'Brien still in 2nd spot. We're down the backstretch for the final time into turn number 3. Charles Cosper going to be looking at the checkered flag along with the stars and stripes.
Checker flag for Charles Cosper.
Third spot going to be Dean Preem in the 17D.
Lights are up down the backstretch as they come into turn 3 and 4.
Lil J. James Cochran the second, his rookie year. Last night was his first night in the modified. Pulled off a 9th place finish out of a pretty stacked field. So looks to do well here. Green flag is out. We're underway.
Jarrett Roberts going to lead him into turn 1 and 2, trying to go 3 wide. Now they're going to do
They
it.
did go 3 wide, little buddy. They're still 3 wide. You got Jarrett Roberts leading them out of turn number 2, but PJ Egbert and Greg Dinsmore right there, almost going 3 wide again in turn number 3, but here comes Terry Woodall underneath them all.
PJ Egbert, now your second place holder, trying to make that first spot happen, but Jarrett Roberts holding him off as PJ Egbert goes into the inside of turn 1 and 2, getting a nose on him as he throttles it out into the backstretch. They're side by side as they come into turn 3 and 4. Greg Dinsmore in third. Now he's going to battle out for second between Jarrett Fireball Roberts.
Looks like Dinsmore going to take over that second position. Egbert still out front. Dinsmore is second. Terry Woodall's made his way up to third. Jarrett Fireball Roberts back to fourth. Rob Lisi Jr. there in fifth. Cham Savage in sixth. Hardy Henderson in the 63 machine is seventh. And rounding out the field right now is Lil J. James Cochran in eighth in the 1J machine. PJ Egbert leads lap number 3. We got 3 down and 5 to go. Greg Dinsmore, Terry Woodall, nose to tail through turns 1 and 2. Woodall, a little bit of smoke out of that blue and white number 3 machine. Dinsmore with a good run out of turn number 2, down to the bottom of turn number 3. Gets underneath PJ Egbert. They touch. Coming into turn 4 to the cross flags.
Oh, now Robert Lease Jr. is 77, and Terry Woodall going to make a lot of contact. That's going to put Robert Lease Jr. back to first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And Terry Woodall in the third position.
Oh, there's a lot of contact there between Cham Savage and Terry Woodall.
Gonna bend the left rear. Oh, a little bit of flames coming out of that Terry Woodall machine.
Yeah, Terry Woodall definitely got some fire and smoke going on in the number 3 car right now. Looks like he knows it. Gonna pull it down to the infield. The 3 car is sick right now. Terry Woodall going to park that machine in the infield. That's going to give Rob Lisi Jr. third spot. Cham Savage will be fourth. Look at James Cochran making a move on Jarrett Fireball Roberts down into turn number 3. A good move by the rookie modified driver in the 1J machine.
Still your leader, PJ Everett. Greg Dinsmore in second position in the 8G, trying to change that as they come down the backstretch, trailing. As they come into turn 3 and 4, white flags out for your leader in the 707 of PJ Egbert.
That's right. PJ going to take the white flag one more time around Cotton Bowl Speedway. Greg Dinsmore in second spot. Cham Savage hanging on to third, but not by much over Rob Lisi Jr. in the 77 machine. Down the backstretch into turn number 3 for the final time. Out of turn 4, double checkered flags will wave for PJ Egbert. Taking the win in the 707. Greg Dinsmore going to be second in the 8 machine. Cham Savage third there in the C4 machine. Joe Whitehead and Mark Warren. Then it's Jerry Frederick, Ryan Childress, Jason Batt, Scott Stubbs, David Good Sr., and Doyle Massa.
Let's see if Mark Warren and the 29W can pull off a heat race win as they come out of turn 3 and 4 with a green flag waving. The M17 still going to lead them into turn 1 and 2 with Jerry Friedrich on the bottom trying to pass them on. Not going to make it happen. Going to take the second place position away from the 29W of Mark Warren.
Look at the acrobat. Jason Batt in the 19 machine gets around Warren for that third spot. Jason making the bottom work right now. Talked to him in the pits a little bit earlier. He was having trouble last night at Waco getting the thing to turn, he says. That's really the name of the game, is getting it to turn left. Jerry Frederick out front right now. Jason Batt is second. The other 13, the 13G, that's David Good Sr. The M17 is Joe Whitehead in fourth spot right now. Mark Warren's in fifth. He's being challenged right now by the 202 of Scott Stubbs. Stubbs will make the pass and take over that fifth spot down the front stretch. Warren going to have to settle for sixth. Then it's Doyle Massa in seventh. And the 81 of Ryan Childress in 8th. Here we come now. 3 down, 5 to go from flagman Nathan Lavender. Still Jerry Frederick out front. Jason, the acrobat, in second spot.
Third place position is going to be held by the 13G of David Good as they're all getting around this track pretty fast. Now Jason Batt to the inside of Jerry Friedrich trying to get around him out of turn 3 and 4. Not going to make it happen at the line. Still going to be the 13 of Jerry Friedrich. Going to lead him into turn 1 and 2. Same thing going to happen with Jason Batt. Not going to make a work slide up to the top.
Got one around in turn number 1. That's the 202 of Scott Stubbs. Let's see if Scott can get it refired. Yes, he will. We'll stay green. We are coming to the cross flags this time by, well, it would have been halfway down. 4 down, 4 to go. Excuse me, 5 down, 3 to go.
Still your leader, the 13 of Jerry Frederick. Second position, Jason Batt. Third, David Good. And 13G Machine. Still making it happen, getting a little bit of a gap from second, first.
There's a pass for fourth. Mark Warren gets around the M17 of Joe Whitehead. Still a hot battle up front, though. Like you said there, Andrew, that's 6 down, 2 to go. Jason Batt underneath Jerry Frederick once again in turns 1 and 2, side by side down the backstretch.
Who's going to lead in turn 3 and 4? They're still side by side. Looks like it's going to be Jason Batt by a nose.
Drag race into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air. Jason Batt out front. Jerry Frederick back to second. David Good Sr. now looking to take over that second position from Jerry Frederick.
Jerry Frederick's going to move up to the high side, and David Good on the bottom going to get that nose a little bit close to the bumper, not going to make any contact as the white flag's out.
This is it right here. This is the double checkered flags coming out. Looks like the acrobat. Jason Batt going to take the win. Jerry Frederick will be second. David Good Sr. in third. 8 cars. 10 laps going to be the distance. No, we're running 8 laps, right? 8 laps going to be the distance. Excuse me.
Lights are out into turn 3 and 4. Now
Yep.
the 17 machine's going to come out on the front stretch. Green flag's out. We're going to lead them into turn 1 and 2. Cody Tidewell, still your leader. Jamie Campbell in the 129, trying to make it happen as Mike McCarthy, who started third, is going to shuffle back to first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh position. Still the 17 of Cody Tidewell, your leader. Jamie Campbell and Marlon Sanford going to battle it out now. Jamie Campbell's going to get a little bit of sideways in turn 1 and 2 as they go down the backstretch.
Jamie Campbell got way crossways there in turn number 2. Doyle Massa not able to capitalize on the mistake. Looks like he'll settle into third spot. Fourth spot right now is going to be the 27G of Dwayne Grantham. Then it's Joe Spillman, Raymond McSpadden, Matt Banker. And rounding them out is Big Mike McCarthy in the 20 machine. Spillman now getting underneath Dwayne Grantham there for the 4th spot. Lots of contact between Jamie Campbell and Doyle Massa there. No, excuse me, Marlon Sanford. Golly, guys.
Still your leader, the 17 of Cody Tidewell. Second is going to be
Tidwell. It's Tidwell.
Second is going to be the 129 of Jamie Campbell.
It's Campbell.
Oh,
I'm kidding. Oh, we've got cars making all kinds of contact down the backstretch. That was Mike McCarthy and Matt Banker getting together down there. As we cross the halfway mark, 4 down and 4 to go. Matt Banker with the short end of that stick. That car very slow through turns 3 and 4. I would expect Matt Banker to be making a hard right turn off the speedway.
Still your leader putting a gap.
And indeed he will. Out of turn number 1. That's right. Cody Tidwell leading this one going away. Jamie Campbell in second. Marlon Sanford is third. Dwayne Grantham fourth. Ray McSpadden now moves up to fifth. He and Mike McCarthy both get around Joe Spillman. Spillman back to seventh.
Still your leader, the 17 of Cody Tidwell. He's going to do a pretty impressive run tonight in the second heat of your IMCA modifieds. Third heat, my bad. White flag's now going to come out for your leader in the 17 of Cody Tidwell.
Yep, one more lap around Cotton Bowl Speedway for Cody. Second spot still Jamie Campbell, and it's Dwayne Grantham has gotten around Marlon Sanford. Sanford in 4th spot. Then it's Ray McSpadden and Mike McCarthy. A good battle for 5th, but back up front, out of turn 4 for the final time was the leader, now the winner, the 17 of Cody Tidwell. Jamie Campbell in 2nd. 3rd spot goes to Dwayne Grantham. All right, folks, lights are out. We're going to be green flag this time out of turn number 4. No laps complete. 20 to go. Looks like Mark Warren able to get that thing refired, get it back underway. Green flag is out, and we are racing.
PJ did the same thing like the last restart. Oh, PJ now in your early lead.
Down the backstretch into turn number 3 goes P.J. Egbert. Cody Tidwell got a great run going tonight. Down on the bottom of the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. Going to be P.J. Egbert with your lead. Tidwell in 2nd. Campbell is 3rd. Frederick 4th. Jason Batt rounds out the top 5.
Back back in the back of the field. Oh, almost 4 wide. PJ a little bit slow. Gets down to turn 3 and 4. Green flag racing. PJ Egbert leads him to the stripe. Cody Tidwell in your second spot.
Yeah, good run for Cody tonight. Down there on the bottom of the racetrack, making it work in that 17 machine, holding down the second spot. Here comes Jason Batt through the middle down the back stretch. 3 wide in turn number 3. That's Jerry Frederick, Jason Batt, Jamie Campbell. Batt picks it up a couple of spots there, gets it into that third position out of turn number 4.
Oh, he's in. Jason Batt's in 4th.
4th at the stripe. That's right, buddy. My mistake. Jamie Campbell got back around him at the line. Greg Dinsmore now rounding out the top 5. Gets around Jerry Frederick for that 5th position. How about little J, James Cochran? Last night, first time in the modified. He's got a great top 10 run going on right now.
David Good Sr. Losing a couple of spots. He started 4th on the Speedway. He's probably back in the 6th or 7th spot.
Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right now for David Good as Cham Savage goes to the bottom in turn 3. Yeah, Cham Savage gets around for the 8th spot. David Good back to 9th. Meanwhile, out front, PJ Egbert has laid the keys on the front desk and checked out on the rest of this field. Cody Tidwell in second spot. Jason Batt right in the bottom of the racetrack right now. Doing battle with Jamie Campbell for that 3rd spot. Give it to Campbell at the stripe, and that's where it counts. Here comes Greg Dinsmore, though. Dinsmore right underneath Jason Batt. A smooth slide job from the 8 machine to take over that 4th position. Jason Batt back to 5th, but here comes Lil J.
Caution out and on the Speedway.
You gonna win?
Yeah.
You heard it.
Racing.
You heard it here first, folks. We're green flag, and Cole's gonna win on the 19th. Cole, I'm holding you to that. Green flag's out. We're back underway. PJ Egbert with your lead down into turn number 1.
Greg Dinsmore making it up in the mix. On the high side.
Yeah, Greg Dinsmore going top shelf around the outside. Gets around Jason Batt for 3rd.
PJ Egbert still leading them at the stripe.
Cody Tidwell still there in second spot. Cole, like you said, Greg Dinsmore making his move now. He's up to 3rd around Jason Batt. Batt is hanging on to that 4th spot. Jamie Campbell now rounding out the top 5. Cham Savage is 6th, and it's Raymond McSpadden, James Cochran the 2nd, Dwayne Grantham, and David Good Sr., your top 10.
PJ leading them at the stripe again. Cody Tidwell not very far from PJ Egbert. Every lap he's getting closer and closer.
Looks like Greg Dinsmore's gaining, though, on the 2nd spot there, Cody Tidwell. The corners are really helping Greg Dinsmore right now. Tidwell got a little bit of speed down the straightaway, but Dinsmore, you see Cole right there in 3 and 4, riding the high side with a great run there, and it's his at the stripe.
Yep. PJ Egbert still in your lead.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a couple of cars around in turns 1 and 2. That's going to give us caution. Looks like Scott Stubbs in the 202.
PJ moving slow down the backstretch out of turn 3 and 4. Green flag racing. PJ Egbert leading at the stripe. Greg Dinsmore 2nd. Cody Tidwell 3rd.
How did they not notice that on Marlon's car?
I think they were talking about it.
Jason Batt now up to the 4th spot. Oh!
Looks like we are going to black flag the 31 of Marlon Sanford.
Oh, Marlon Sanford barely can turn.
Yeah, the right front completely destroyed on the 31 machine. They're going to get him to the infield. PJ Egbert still out front. 2nd spot, still Greg Dinsmore. 3rd spot still belongs to Cody Tidwell. 4th is now Jamie Campbell. A great battle for 5th between Cham Savage and Jason Batt.
Down the backstretch. Who's going to lead it at the... Oh.
Out of turn 4. That was Cham Savage at the line there, buddy.
Yep.
Taking over that 5th spot. Jason Batt has slid back to 6th.
Greg Densmore really putting on the heat on PJ Egbert. It's getting closer and closer. Who's going to lead it at the stripe? PJ Egbert will lead it at the stripe. Second place, Greg Densmore. Third place is Cody Tinwell. Fourth place is
Jamie Campbell there in a 29 machine. Cham Savage now taking over that 5th spot. Jason Batts back to 6th. Then it's Dwayne Grantham, Jarrett Roberts. Mike McCarthy's cracked the top 10 now. Hardy Henderson as well. David Good Sr. slipping back a little bit, as has James Cochran. But tonight, like I said earlier, James is second night in the modified. Cole, what you think about that?
Yeah, he's looking pretty good. Not doing too bad. Hasn't destroyed his car or anything.
No marks on the 1J car, and you see out there right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Densmore really putting on the heat for PJ Egbert.
A great battle up front, like you said, buddy. Look at that. Nose underneath the 707.
Somebody just blew up.
Mike McCarthy hard into the wall.
Green flag's out, and we're underway. PJ Egbert in the 707 leading him into turn 1 and 2. Greg Densmore on his back bumper in second position. Cody Tidwell in third place. The 129.
Oh, that is the 29 of Jamie Campbell in turn number 2.
We're still green flag. Can he get it fired back up?
Looks like Jamie's going to get it fired back up. Good job, Jamie. We'll stay green. 4 laps to go. PJ Egbert out front. Greg Densmore in second. Tidwell's third. Cham Savage and now Jason Batt cracking the top 5.
PJ Egbert putting a little bit of big gap. Greg Densmore putting a little bit of more gap. Third place is Cody Tinwell.
Yeah. Cody Tidwell hanging on to that 3rd spot, like you said there, buddy. Cham Savage now in 4th spot. Jason Batt fighting off a hard charge in Dwayne Grantham and Jarrett Roberts.
Now PJ Egbert to the high side with Greg Densmore right on his back bumper for second place. Now Cham Savage trying to take that 3rd position away from Cody Tidwell in the 17 machine. Not going to work for him. Meanwhile, still up front, the 707 of PJ Egbert.
Coming to the white flag. Greg Densmore get under PJ Egbert. Well, PJ Egbert still in the lead.
Got the lead at the stripe. That's where it counts. Greg Densmore got 2 sets of corners left, boys. Into turn 1, out of turn 2. Still PJ Egbert out front down the backstretch. One more shot right here for Greg Densmore. Let's see what happens. PJ Egbert up top.
Oh, side by side. Who's going to win it to the stripe? PJ Egbert will win. Second place, Greg Densmore. Third place, Cody Tidwell.
Green flag's out and we're underway.
That's right. Gene Burnett leads him into turn number 1. Mitchell Morrison giving chase there in the black and red number 66 machine.
Gene Burnett getting a good gap between the 04, the 66, and the 14T.
There's some contact between the 14T of Talon Minton and the 04 of Nathan Robbins. And look on the outside, the 51 of Earl Ingram making up some ground there in the early goings of heat race number 1. He picked up 3 spots down the backstretch, makes his way into 3rd.
Looks like Tom Grothy's going to take it around turn 1 and 2, get it fired back up as he exits turn 4.
Yeah, Grothy's got a bit of a gap to make up now between himself and the rest of the field, but he did keep it going, and we will stay green. Meanwhile, Gene Burnett has led lap number 1 and is on set to lead lap number 2 here. Mitchell Morrison charging hard in the black and red 66 machine. Earl Ingram, though, looking good in the 51. Works the bottom of 1 and 2. Picks off Morrison. Now gets a good run out of 2 down the underside of Gene Burnett. And he'll take the lead by a nose going into turn number 3.
Gene Burnett still pedals it around turn 3 and 4 on the high side. Looks like it's going to be the 51 at the line.
That's right. Earl Ingram, now your leader on lap number 3 there. Gene Burnett settles back into 2nd spot. Mitchell Morrison is 3rd. James Honish has worked his way up from dead last into 4th spot. Now make that 3rd as he gets around Morrison in the 66. Tom Grothew slow down the front stretch. Looks like he's going to make the hard right turn off the speedway as we come around to the halfway mark. 4 down and 4 to go for Earl Ingram. Now a great battle shaping up for second. James Honish underneath Burnett now. Burnett back to third. Honish up to second.
Looks like G. Burnett's going to do a little tap on the wall, get a little bit behind the 777.
Burnett's car a little bit tight on the entry there in turn number 3. Really had to get on the brakes to get that car to turn, and that allowed Morrison to close the gap right there on the bottom of the racetrack. Meanwhile, out front, pretty much in his own time zone right now, that is Earl Ingram in the 51. Another big gap between second spot of James Honish and 43G of Gene Burnett. Burnett once again tight on the entry of turn number 3.
He's still going to hold that third place spot as Mitchell Morrison's trying to take it from him.
Here comes a good 3-car battle for third spot here, Andrew. It's Burnett right. Oh, 3 wide out of turn number 2. Morrison on the bottom. White flag is out for your leader. That's Earl Ingram in the 51. Second spot, still James Honish in the 777. Now, Burnett hanging on to that third spot with 1 to go. Morrison fourth and Mitten rounding out the top 5.
As they come around turn 1 and 2, the previous lap, when they went 3 wide, looked like Talon Mitten kind of pumped on the brakes, not wanting to tear that new wrap up that he got.
Well, there's the double checker flags for your winner, Earl Ingram. Second spot going to be the 777 of James Honish. Looks like Gene Burnett got to hang on to that third spot.
Green flags out and we're underway. The 79 of David Meredith side by side with the quick one of Mike Wagner as they go into turn 1 and 2. Now the quick one up to the top with David on the bottom. Oh, looks like Don Painter in the 10D is going to make a loop in turn 1 and 2, get it fired back up and back on the throttle. Good battle for first place, but from the 79 and the quick one, Mike Wagner and David Meredith. Looks like David Meredith's going to get the lead with Vince Loudon on the inside of him as they come into turn 1 and 2. Looks like David Meredith's going to hold him off for a second. Nope, that's not the plan for Vince Loudon as he gets it around the inside of him and pedals back on and quickly makes a gap.
Man, Vince Loudon shot out of a cannon out of turn number 2. Now a good battle for second. Mike Wagner in the quick one, and David Meredith at 79 give the spot to Wagner out of 4 down the front stretch. Vince Loudon is out front. Mike Wagner in second. David Meredith is third. Looks like that's the 17 and fourth spot. That is Don Cron. But now he's been passed by Gerald Henderson in the 551. We've got action all over the racetrack right now. Don Painter trying to make up some ground after his extra lap down in the bottom of turn number 1 earlier.
Still your leader, the 6 of Vince Loudon. Still second is the quick one of Mike Wagner with David Meredith trying to close that gap between him and the 79 machine with a little bit of right side damage.
I think calling Vince Loudon's lead a lead is a little bit of an understatement right now. That's a full straightaway advantage over second spot right now. Vince Loudon really way out front right now with about a lap and a half to go there, little buddy, as he works through turn number 3. Looks like we've got a caution. We got some big tires out in the racetrack now.
The 86 of Dylan Tyndall. Meanwhile, we're going green flag racing out of turn 3 and 4 with Vince Loudon still your leader.
Loudon going to lead him to the green down into turn number 1. Mike Wagner in second spot. Don Cron gets a little bit crossways. Here comes your last year's track champion, Chris Birmingham, up to third, along with the 25 of Brandon Pruitt. Pruitt looking to get around Don Cron there for that fourth position as Vince Loudon leads lap number 6.
Yeah, Brandon Pruitt got a brand new Western Flyer, looks like.
Nice looking race car there for the 25 machine for sure. And it's a quick one too. Down the backstretch out of turn number 2. Pruitt looking to the inside of Cron for that fourth spot. Meanwhile, you got a great battle for second going on as well with the quick one of Mike Wagner and the C3 of Chris Birmingham.
Still your leader, Vince Loudon, by a long lead, about 1 full straightaway. Now the quick one of Mike Wagner to the top of turn 3 and 4. The C3 is going to get ahead of him as the white flag comes out for your leader, Vince Loudon. Still second position, the C3 of Chris Birmingham, and third, Mike Wagner. A little bit of contact between Brandon Pruitt and Don Cron. Don now to the inside of Brandon. Brandon on the outside. A little bit more contact as he pushes Brandon up near the wall.
Oh!
Been out in front. Thank God there was no contact.
Cron goes all the way around. Double checkered flags are out for Vince Loudon. Chris Birmingham brings her across in second. Third spot going to be Mike Wagner. Brandon Pruitt will be fourth.
green flag racing out of turn 3 and 4. The good driver of the OK, Thomas Bennett, got to battle out with a 717 of G.W. Egbert as he leads him into turn 3 and 4. Or 1 and 2, my bad.
Looks like G-Dub going to lead him out of turn 2 down the backstretch. Thomas Bennett settles into that second spot.
Thomas Bennett going to throw the card hard into turn 3 and 4, going to the inside of G-Dub, not going to have enough motor to make it happen. 717 still in the lead as they enter turn 1 and 2, pushing back onto the throttle.
I wonder if Cody's going to say something.
Lap 1 in the books, negotiating the backstretch down into turn number 3 for the second time. G.W. Egbert out front, Thomas Bennett in second spot.
OK does not have all his numbers on his car.
Third spot right now belongs to the 66 of Hunt Harrison. Then it's the 55 of Rusty Head. The 5R is Rusty Chambers. Then the 03B of Matt Banker and the 43 of Jeremy Petty. Looks like the 13G of Sarah Good not making the call. Meanwhile, G-Dub still out front. 3 down and 5 to go.
Still your second place holder, the OK of Thomas Bennett, as Hunt Harrison wants to change that, getting a little sideways out of turn 1 and 2. Back down the backstretch, Thomas Bennett putting a good gap between Hunt Harrison and him. Now Hunt's going to try to close that gap in turn 3 and 4, going to the inside of Thomas. Thomas going to stay on the outside as they go into turns 3 and 4. G.W. Egbert still your leader in the 177 machine. Thomas Bennett going to go to the high side on the backstretch. Hunt Harrison going to try to go to the inside, make it happen in turn 3 and 4.
Hunt Harrison dives down to the bottom in turn number 3. A little bit of contact there. Still looks like Bennett going to hang on to that second position. Yes, Harrison still in third spot, not able to make the pass, but that was a heck of a shot. Looks like he'll try the same thing in turn number 1.
Thomas Bennett's not going to let that happen. Side by side as they come down the backstretch. A little bit more contact between them. Hunt Harrison throwing the car in a little bit harder into turn 3 and 4 one more time.
Meanwhile, out front, G-Dub just pulling away with a full straightaway advantage between himself and Thomas Bennett. Bennett still hanging on to that second spot. Hunt Harrison is still third. Rusty Head is fourth. And Rusty Chambers riding along in fifth.
Thomas Bennett and Hunt Harrison, my bad, in second position, trying to battle it out between those two as a white flag comes out for your leader, G.W. Egbert. Rusty Chambers going to get a little bit sideways.
Eat it.
Into turn 3 and 4.
Checkered flag gonna fly this time for G-Dub. G.W. Egbert in the 717. Second spot gonna be the 0K of Thomas Bennett. Third spot gonna go to the 66 of Hunt Harrison. Chris Birmingham and Mitchell Morrison gonna lead him to the green. Buddy, what do you think about it?
Coming to turn 3 and 4, we are green flag racing.
Chris Birmingham with a great jump out of turn number 4. He'll lead him down into turn number 1. Oh, already! That is Rusty Head, and Mike Wagner gets in there but makes it through. That is...
Coming out of turn 3 and 4, Chris Birmingham is your pole sitter, green flag racing.
And another good start for Chris Birmingham, your 2015 IMCA Southern Sport Mod Track champion here at Cotton Bowl Speedway, showing why he had that position last year.
Thomas Bennett now from 4th to 2nd already, running that high side.
Good run on the top side for Thomas Bennett. Like you said, going top shelf where the good stuff is. Way up top is Thomas Bennett, challenging Chris Birmingham for the lead. Birmingham shuts the door. We got 3 cars involved in the bottom of turn number 4. Looks like everybody gets moving. Good job, gentlemen.
Oh, down in turn 1 and 2. Somebody hits the tire.
That's David Meredith. He found the tire of the heat race too, buddy. Looks like he was just trying to remember where it was. Meanwhile, Chris Birmingham is out front. 2 laps complete. 22 to go. No, 18 to go, excuse me. You were right.
Driving me nuts.
Still Chris Birmingham out front as they come out of turn 4. Cole, it'll be 3 this time at the stripe. 17 to go. Thomas Bennett in second, but here comes Vince Loudon. If you remember the heat races, ladies and gentlemen, Vince won it by a mile. G.W. Egbert got a good run going in the 717. What you got?
Thomas Bennett still in your second spot.
Soup.
Somebody around in turn 1 and
Oh, that's... Yep, that was Matthew Bennett there in the 03B. Looks like we're going to... It's G-Dub, man. That's G.W. Egbert taking up 2 spots on the bottom. Oh, there's contact between G.W. Egbert and Thomas Bennett. What a save by the veteran in the 717 machine. Earl Ingram now. That's Matthew Bennett again in the 03B. I don't have a number on the other car.
25.
Yep, we are going to get a yellow on that one for sure. Wow, Chris Birmingham on the gas pedal early that time before we even get to turn 3. That's a good jump if there ever was one. Wow, Earl Ingram up top down the front stretch. Picks up 3 spots on that restart, Cole. From 5th to 2nd, riding around the rim here at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Oh, we've got a big one down at the bottom of turn number 1. That's the 04 of Nathan Robbins, the 79 of David Meredith.
63 and 4, green flag racing.
Chris Birmingham leads them to it. 5 down, 15 to go. 3 wide at the flag stand with G.W. Egbert, Vince Loudon, and Thomas Bennett. G-Dub all the way down on the bottom of the racetrack by the tires. Picks up 2 spots at a turn number 2. Shuts the door on the OK of Thomas Bennett. Birmingham going to lead lap number 6. G-Dub is 2nd. Then it's Bennett 3rd. Ingram 4th. Loudon rounds out the top 5. There goes Ingram around Loudon for the 4th spot. And Talon Minton now challenging for 5th. 3 wide through turn number 3. Earl Ingram way up at the top of the wall. Loses a few spots on that one, but gathers the 51 back up and keeps it going forward. That's what's important right now.
G-Dub is making a little bit of a gap. Oh, contact.
There's one around into turn 4. That looks like the 17 of Don Cron there at the bottom of turn number 4. Yep. Lights are out, and there goes Chris Birmingham already on the throttle once again in turn number 3.
The top 5 is Chris Birmingham,
G.W. Egbert,
Thomas Bennett,
Vince Loudon,
and
James Harnish.
James Harnish.
James Harnish there in the 5th spot right now, being challenged by Don Painter in the 10D. Once again, we've been harking on this all night, but Don started 23rd, Cole, up to 5th spot right now. Make it 6th spot. Don working the high side of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. The car a little bit sideways. Here comes Vince Loudon to make it 3 wide down the back stretch. Loudon hanging on to that 4th spot, now getting around Thomas Bennett for 3rd, coming out of turn 4.
We have some battle up first and second.
We got a good battle up front, buddy. Like you said, Chris Birmingham there out front right now, but here comes G-Dub. G.W. Egbert on the loud pedal down the backstretch into turn 3. G-Dub way out of shape. Dives the car down to the bottom of the racetrack out of turn 4.
Almost.
Still Birmingham at the stripe, though. That's where it counts. G-Dub gets around on the outside. They are now side by side down the backstretch into turn number 3. G-Dub up top once again.
Birmingham at the bottom. Who's going to lead it at the stripe?
That's going to be G.W. Egbert there, buddy.
Sarah Good slow down on the backstretch while the caution plate come out.
That is. We'll wait and see where G-Dub picks up the loud pedal. Looks like about turn 3. Dives it down to the bottom, and we're back underway. G-Dub going top shelf in turns 1 and 2. Gets a great run off the outside. Starting to stretch that gap, as you see already, between himself and Chris Birmingham. Good battle now for 3rd, though. Vince Loudon on the bottom of the racetrack. Thomas Bennett hangs on to it.
3 wide.
That was 3 wide there for a split second out of turn number 4. Don Painter cracking that top 5 once again. James Harnish on the bottom gets around Vince Loudon for 4th.
Thomas Bennett still in the 3rd spot, holding it off.
Yeah, Thomas Bennett holding off a great group of cars right now with James Honish, Vince Loudon, and Don Painter.
Don Painter getting into Vince.
Don Painter up top right now in turn number 1. James Honish down on the bottom of the racetrack out of turn 2, challenging for that third spot side by side down the backstretch with Thomas Bennett. Bennett into the wall just a little bit down the backstretch. Loses the third spot to Honish. Almost loses the fourth spot to Painter. James Honish now up to third.
Thomas Bennett loses a spot, so he's back to 4th place.
Yeah, way out front though now, Cole. Look up front. Way out front is G.W. Egbert.
Straightaway over Chris Birmingham.
Exactly. G.W. Egbert got about a half straightaway, almost 3/4 of a straightaway over second spot. Chris Birmingham, another big gap to third. That's James Honish in the 777.
Back here with 4th and 5th and 6th. Don Painter takes it down to the bottom.
Oh!
5th place.
3 wide down the backstretch with Earl Ingram, Talon Minton, and Vince Loudon. Loudon losing a couple of spots. Looks like he loses another one. Wow, 3 cars out of shape. Talon Minton picking up another spot now. Earl Ingram also picking up some spots. Ingram up to 4th. Here comes Rusty Head after being in a first lap crash. He's back up to 5th. Looks. That's right. G-Dub out front right now with 2 to go. Chris Birmingham is still second. Third spot is James Honish. 4th is Thomas Bennett.
Over Chris Birmingham.
Here we go, Cole.
White flags out. 1 more left to go for G-Dub Egbert.
Second spot still Chris Birmingham, but way behind G-Dub right now. Third is still James Honish. 4th is Thomas Bennett. 5th spot is Earl Ingram. Down the backstretch for the final time. Oh! We got a caution.
G-Dub dives it down to the bottom. Green flag racing.
Great restart for G.W. Egbert out in the 717. Chris Birmingham hangs onto that second spot as we enter turn number 1. James Honish, though, down on the bottom, can't quite seal the deal, coming out of 2. He'll settle back into 3rd. Thomas Bennett hangs on to 4th spot. This time, white flag should be out.
1 more lap to go for G-Dub. 2nd place, Chris Birmingham.
James Honish still hanging on to that 3rd spot as the white flag is out. Thomas Bennett hanging on to that 4th spot, trying to salvage a top 5 finish. Earl Ingram got one more shot at it down the backstretch into turn number 3. Looks like G-Dub's got this one wrapped up. The checkered flag going to come out.
Checkered flag for G-Dub. 2nd place, Chris Birmingham. The 777
of James Honish was 3rd. Who got 4th?
Lights are now out, coming at a turn 3 and 4. Green flags down, and we're underway.
That's right, Sloppy Hog in the Double Z out of Memphis, Tennessee, going to lead him into turn number 1.
Yes, he is now. What number is that? Is that the 07's going to do a good battle with the 56 as they come into turn 3 and 4 for second. The 56 give it to him down the straightaway. A little bit of contact between them and the front and rear bumper. Still your leader, Sloppy Hog, in this Double Z by a long one.
Sloppy Hog gets a little loose. Here comes the 56 JR of David Horner. David Horner, now your leader. The 07 machine, that is Keith Wright, now trying to get around Sloppy Hog for second.
Sloppy Hog's got a good little sideways coming at turn 3 and 4 as he enters turn 1 and 2. Running the inside groove, that left front coming a little bit off the ground as they go down the backstretch and into turn 3 and 4. The 56 still your leader.
Yep, David Horner still out front. He and Sloppy Hog starting to pull away from the rest of the field. 3rd spot right now belongs to the 07 of Keith Wright. 717, though, that's G-Dub. G.W. Egbert down there on the bottom trying to take over that 3rd position, but no, way sideways. Here comes Jay Sale trying to get around the outside. Sideways for Jay Sale as well. Now dives to the bottom of the racetrack into turn number 3. We're at the halfway mark right now. 4 down and 4 to go.
Still your leader, the 56 of
David Horner out front. Sloppy Hog in second spot. A good battle as Jay Sale gets around G.W. Egbert for 4th. Egbert back to 5th. Nate Jantz there in the 99 machine is in 6th spot. Brzezowski in the 7th position in the 104. Your front two, though, way out front right now. A good battle between those two, though. Maybe a half car length between them as we come to 2 to go this time by.
David Horner still your leader. Sloppy Hog gets a little bit of bite and puts him towards the wall. He's going to get it
Yeah, Sloppy Hog getting a little bit tight there. Points it straight towards the wall. Has to get way out of the throttle. Loses lots of ground. That's probably going to seal the deal for the 56 JR of David Horner. Into turn number 3. Out of turn 4, going to be looking at the white flag this time. One more lap to go. Sloppy Hog, the Double Z out of Memphis, Tennessee in second spot. Third spot, still the 07 machine of Keith Wright. Then it's Jay Sale in the 64. GW Egbert rounds out the top 5 with Nate Jantz, Brandon Brzezowski.
Here comes your leader, the 56 of David Horner.
Going to take the win. Second spot, Sloppy Hog in the Double Z out of Memphis, Tennessee. Third spot was the 07 of Keith Wright. Then it's Jay Sale and GW Egbert rounding out the top 5.
Lights are out coming out of turn 3 and 4. Let's see if that 77 machine can make it happen after he got a good win last night at Heart of Texas Speedway. He's going to lead him into turn 1 and 2. Going to the high side of the racing surface. Going to get a big gap early.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The 77 of Robbie Starnes putting a big distance between himself and the rest of the field. Robbie Starnes taking the win last night at Heart of Texas Speedway, looking to make it 2 in a row here tonight at Cotton Bowl. Austin Thies sitting in second spot right now, making a good run up through the field. Third spot belongs to the 117. That being driven by Todd Jovett.
That second competitor, the 70 of Austin Thies. He is one heck of a competitor. He won his heat race last night at Heart of Texas Speedway by a mile.
By a mile, definitely way out front last night in heat race number 2 for the South Texas Late Model Series. But right now, it's all Robbie Starnes out front, way out front of second place Austin Thies. And then another big gap back to third spot. That is Todd Jovett in the 117. Fourth spot right now, though. That's a good battle on the racetrack between Cody Hardridge, and the 82 of Jared Stepanski.
Not anymore. He's going to get a little loose in turn 1 and 2, lose that position. I was down in the pits with Cody Hardridge helping him work on his car, and he said car was smoking a little bit, but it looks like they got it fixed from last night.
Put that in your mouth all the time. Right? Like, put it in your mouth.
As I say that, a little bit of smoke barrels out of them as they come into turn 1 and 2. Still your leader by half a track. Well, half a straightaway. The 67.
Robbie Starnes well on track right now to make it 2 in a row in the South Texas Late Model Series competition this year in 2016. Second spot, Austin Thies. A fast car, but way behind your leader is Austin Thies.
Looks like we're going to get the halfway mark. No, 2 to go. My bad. The white and the checkered.
Zip it up.
Still your leader, the 77. He's going to come around to lap the 37. As he's going to come around to take the white flag. 1 more to go.
Robbie Starnes really putting on a show here in heat race number 2. Catching lap traffic in 8 laps. Not easy to do on a racetrack this size, but he's done it. Robbie Starnes, your leader by a long shot, going to put a lap on the 37 of Jack Harmon.
Checkered flags out for the 77 of Robert Starnes.
Robbie Starnes going to take the win. Austin Thies going to be in second spot. And then we're waiting on third spot. There it is. There's Todd Jovett in the 117.
Here comes the 3 and 4 green flag racer. Uh-oh, a little contact.
Looks like the Double Z, Sloppy Hog out of Memphis, Tennessee, going to lead him into turn number 1.
Austin Thies in your second spot already.
That's right. Austin Thies up to second spot. Looks like the 56 JR of David Horner is going to hang on to that third spot. Coming out of 4, Sloppy Hog out front right now, leads lap number 1. Austin Thies on the very bottom of the racetrack. Sloppy Hog got the momentum on the outside. It's a drag race into turn number 3. Side by side. Thies on the bottom. Hog up top. I love saying Sloppy Hog.
Oh my God.
It's my favorite. It's funnier than Rusty Head, I think.
Going into turn 1 and 2, Austin Thies leading them into turn. Oh no, we got one around turn 3 and 4. The 82 is going to get fired back up and running.
That's Mr. Stepanski there in the 82 machine. He gets it fired up, pointed back in the right direction. Austin Thies, meanwhile, out front. Sloppy Hog, the Double Z out of Memphis, Tennessee, in second spot. Third spot, David Horner in the 56 JR. Last night's feature winner, Robbie Starnes, running 4th right now. Jay Sale 5th in the 64. Sale down to the bottom of the racetrack, gets around Starnes for 4th.
Oh, here comes
David Horner.
David Horner in the 56 on the bottom of Sloppy Hog in the double Z. Not going to get him this time as they go into turn 1 to 2. Still your leader, the 7D of Austin.
Colton got in trouble in school. Coming 5 laps complete. Austin Thies in first. Second place is
That's Sloppy Hog in the double Z out of Memphis, Tennessee in second spot right now. Being challenged on the outside by David Horner in the 56 JR.
coming to the flag stand with 6 laps complete is Austin Thies. Second place is David Horner. Third place is Sloppy Hog.
Fourth spot, that's Jay Sale in the 64. And fifth spot, last night's feature winner, the 77 of Robbie Starnes. Neil, go ahead.
Austin Thies passes a lap car. Second place is David Horner. And a 64 getting in the mix.
Jay
And
Sale right there, buddy, picking up third spot, getting around Sloppy Hog for third. Looks like Robbie Starnes on the bottom gets around for fourth, but it's a drag race down the backstretch. Sloppy Hog battling back on the outside.
Still your leader, the 7 of Austin Thies. Second position is the 56 of David Horner.
Put that microphone to your mouth.
David Horner still in second place, battling out with a lapped car, the 82 machine, as the 64 gets around him, still in third position. Meanwhile, with a large pull on the second place car is the 7 of Austin Thies.
Austin Thies out front. We have crossed the halfway mark. We're about to cross it right here. Excuse me. Austin Thies, your leader in the 7 machine. 10 down, 10 to go right now for Austin Thies right there. Here's second spot, David Horner. Jay Sale in third. Good battle for fourth between Sloppy Hog and Robbie Starnes.
Robbie Starnes to the middle as Sloppy Hog gets around him, gets a good 3-car link as they come into turn 3 and 4.
Austin Thies, your leader, starting to come up on some lap traffic now. First car to go a lap down is the 37.
No.
That's Jack Harmon.
Austin Thies still in your early lead. Made some contact in turn 3 and 4. Second place is the 56 of
David Horner.
David Horner. Oh,
Here comes
Shut
Jay
up,
Sale.
side.
Here comes Jay Sale down the backstretch into turn number 3. Looks like Horner going to get in the back of the 37 car. David Horner right into the back of the 37 machine.
oh!
And into the back of Jay Sale. Sloppy Hog and last night's feature winner, Robbie Starnes. Your first double file row. Here we go. Green flag's back out. We are back underway.
Austin Thies still your leader.
Double Z is Sloppy Hog getting sideways there at the bottom of turn number 2. Robbie Starnes challenging him down the backstretch for second spot. Still going to be Austin Thies out of turn number 4. 14 down, 6 to go. Starnes back out in second spot, Gets around Sloppy Hog for that second spot. Got the power down on the bottom of the racetrack. Right up on the back bumper of Austin Thies is Robbie Starnes. Down in the turn number 3, Starnes working the bottom of the racetrack just like he did at Waco last night.
Austin Thies. 5 laps to go for Austin Thies. The 77 won last night at Heart of Texas. Trying to make it double tonight.
Trying to get 2 in a row as Robbie Starnes got a good run going. Going to have 3 this time at the stripe, Cole. 4 this time, 4
laps 4 laps to go. Austin Thies.
Still out front. Got a hard charging Robbie Starnes behind him. Here comes Brzezowski around Sloppy Hog for third. Robbie Starnes driving a very patient race, trying to get around that 7 machine of Austin Thies.
Austin Thies still keeping his line. It's fast enough to get around the 77.
That's right. Fast enough is going to work, right? Cole out front. Keep it out. Here comes Robbie Starnes, though, on the inside. They touch. Coming down the front stretch to the stripe.
Still in your early lead with 2 laps to go.
How's it early in the race when there's 2 laps left, buddy? You're good, buddy. Here comes Robbie Starnes again. Down the backstretch. Drag race into turn number 3. The white flag's going to be out this time by. And Robbie Starnes out front with 1 to go. Down into turn number 1. Out of turn 2 for the final time. Down the backstretch. Robbie Starnes puts about a car length between himself and second place. Austin Thies, 1 more shot. Don't know that it's going to work. Cole, 2 for 2 for Robbie Starnes. South Texas late model victory going to go to the 77 machine. Austin Thies will come across in second. Brendan Brzezowski will be third. Sloppy Hog fourth. And Nate Jantz going to round him out in fifth.